Hello, this is Ms. Schrader. Today we're going to be talking about a couple of different types of Islamic art. We're going to be talking about geometric shape art, like what you can see above, and also calligraphy. So, my students, you want to make sure that you have a piece of paper with which you can take notes. Afterwards, you are giving me between 5 and 7 sentences about what you have learned. You want to make sure you have a crisp, clear introductory statement. One of the things I found most interesting about Islamic art was, and then you tell me about it. All right, let's get started. All right, so in the Islamic world, they do not like showing art that has human beings or any other living creatures on them. And the reason for that is because they are concerned about people starting to worship images of human beings, etc. And if you think about it from the Christian point of view, we have pictures of saints and of Jesus and things like that, and we pray to them. And Muslims are concerned that that would mean that you see the image as being God. For Muslims, it's very important that you do not draw pictures of God or Muhammad or anything like that, because then you have an image that you could be praying to instead of worshiping God. So the artwork that they do is normally in geometric shapes, like what you're seeing, or in calligraphy, which we're going to be discussing in a little bit. But I want you to look at this very, very detailed piece that is being done. This is actually a mosaic, so it's done with little bitty pieces of pottery, colored pottery, to make a design. And they do these wonderful, intricate pieces, and I'm going to be showing you more of them. Here you can see the exterior of a mosque, and a mosque, if you don't know, is a Muslim place of worship. And you can see that it's been done in this incredibly detailed geometric shapes and colors. And if you look closely, you can see that they have obviously, they got probably clay pieces that are sculpted in there with a great deal of detail, and then they have added in the color. And it's just beautiful. Now, if you take a look at this is called arabesque, and it comes from the word Arab, as in it is in the Arabic style. And you'll notice that it's got this little flower pattern to it. But if you look at it in much more detail, you'll notice that each of the lines is very mathematical. They are starting off by making sure you get a center area, and then they come out. And you have to follow the lines precisely. So it is very mathematical in its style. And here you can see several examples of arabesque um, art styles that are used. They look a lot like tiles, and in fact, they are used frequently as tiles for various different art pieces, not only in Muslim buildings, but also in non Muslim buildings, because they have become so very popular. Now, this is a ceramic tile, and you could buy several of them and put them together to use them in a long line. When I first saw it, I thought, well, it looks like it might be fish in the ocean or something like that. It is definitely suggesting movement, and you can follow the line of one of the colors through because it follows in a waving line all the way through to the other side. Can you see it? And here you can see what the outline for one of these Arabic images might look like. And this one, of course, would then have to be lined up with other ones so they meet exactly. The lines are all connected properly. Now, the reason I started us off with this picture here is because it actually shows you both the Arabic part on the outside, and on the inside, it shows you the calligraphy part. And you can see a person actually writing, drawing, presumably coming up with a design. So we're going to start talking about calligraphy a little bit here. Calligraphy is the art of fancy writing. And when you're not drawing people and things like that, you have to come up with other things. And so the Muslims decorate a lot of their buildings, particularly their religious buildings, and a lot of their artwork using calligraphy. And once again, here we have a piece where the outer part is done in the arabesque and the inner part is done in calligraphy. Normally, the calligraphy is based on the Quran, the Muslim holy book. So it is a religious piece as well as a beautiful piece of art. Arabic is written from right to left as compared with English, which is written from left to right. So it can be challenging to comprehend how it's supposed to be written, much less what it is saying. And here we have the doorway of a mosque, and it's completely covered with calligraphy. The calligraphy is from the Quran once again. And so basically, it's like putting Bible quotes in beautiful writing all over your church. It's really just gorgeous. And here you can get a closer look at it. Remember, the writing goes from right to left, and you can kind of see that there are sort of lines in here. And here you can see they're cheating a little bit. They have put the words into the shape of a person praying. This, I understand, is the Shahada, which is one of the five pillars of Islam, and it is a prayer that they say on a regular basis. Here we have someone actually writing calligraphy, and you can see they're doing the thicker marks basically all at the same time because there are thicker marks and thinner marks, and so you want to do them at different times. This is something that people can take lessons to learn, and it would help people if they wanted to make some extra money. So I've been discussing two different forms of Islamic art, the geometric shapes and arabesque and calligraphy. And my students, you are going to be giving me 5 sentences about what you've learned, what you think is interesting and important. Make sure you have a strong introductory sentence. And for anybody else watching, I hope you found it educational and interesting. Thank you.